It's no secret that nowadays it's becoming increasingly difficult to live a natural life. Everywhere we turn, there are advertisements, marketing strategies, and different forms of media trying to persuade us to buy their products or services. We're also constantly bombarded with new information, some of which is true and some of which may not be so true. Vitamins are organic compounds that our bodies need to function properly. They can come from various sources such as plants, animals, and even fungi. Whether a substance is safe or not depends on the dose. Even love, which is considered a good thing, can become problematic if too intense. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. Similarly, there are many chemicals that can harm us in large amounts, but in smaller quantities, they can be beneficial. Even things that seem entirely beneficial can become harmful if taken to extremes. So why do we constantly hear people saying natural is safe? For example, one study found that many people preferred the taste of spinach grown using synthetic fertilizers over spinach grown organically. Of course, this doesn't apply to all foods, as some natural foods like avocados and coconuts are inherently delicious. But it's not accurate to say that natural foods are always tastier than synthetically produced ones. As we've already discussed, natural substances like arsenic and cyanide can be toxic. Many natural substances can be harmful, while some synthetic products are safe after undergoing rigorous testing. This can lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness, even though the person is in a relationship. When we fixate on something to the point of obsession, it can become toxic and cause problems in our lives. Don't be too hard on yourself and allow yourself to enjoy life. Don't sacrifice your happiness for the sake of following trends. And above all, don't forget that your value as a person is not determined by your physical appearance or material possessions. For example, if someone is addicted to playing the game League of Legends, they may spend all their time playing and not take care of themselves. This can lead to poor hygiene, weight gain, and academic or work-related issues. Important to consume everything in moderation and not rely on generalizations or stereotypes when making decisions about what to consume or use. Everything in life can be beneficial or harmful depending on the dose, including our thoughts and beliefs. Even our deepest desires can negatively impact our lives if they consume our thoughts excessively. On the other hand, many synthetic products undergo extensive testing to ensure their safety before being released to the public. It's important to note that not all synthetic products are created equal. Some may be more harmful than others. They may spend all their time working out and not engage in other activities they once enjoyed. This can lead to social withdrawal and an unhealthy obsession with their body. People may feel unhappy with their bodies, even after achieving a muscular physique. Therefore, it is crucial to find a balance in life and not let any desire or need consume us completely. For instance, polyvinyl chloride, a synthetic plastic, is associated with various health risks, including cancer. However, this doesn't mean that all synthetic products are bad. Many synthetic materials like Kevlar, which is used to make bulletproof vests, have saved countless lives. One reason could be that synthetic products tend to be more heavily regulated, which creates a perception that natural products are safer. However, the truth is that many synthetic products undergo rigorous testing to ensure their safety before being approved for use. For instance, pharmaceutical drugs are tested for years to ensure their effectiveness and minimal side effects before being marketed to the public. Moreover, food products undergo safety checks to ensure they meet certain standards. For example, the FDA regulates the amount of sugar, fat, and additives that can be included in food products. However, this is not always the case. As we've already discussed, natural substances like arsenic and cyanide can be dangerous. For example, atrazine, which is commonly used in herbicides, can harm wildlife in large amounts. But low levels of atrazine exposure have been linked to increased testosterone levels in men. Another herbicide called glyphosate has been found to have anti-cancer properties. Many people don't realize that synthetic products often start out as natural substances. For example, nylon, a synthetic fabric, is made from petroleum, a natural substance found in the earth. Similarly, many medications contain organic compounds, which are derived from natural sources. The term synthetic simply refers to substances that are created artificially rather than occurring naturally. At certain concentrations, it inhibits the growth of cancer cells. Moreover, even natural substances like alcohol found in alcoholic beverages can become dangerous when consumed excessively. However, red wine, which contains antioxidants, can offer cardiovascular benefits when consumed in moderation. When we experience deep emotions, our adrenal glands release stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones trigger changes in our bodies, including increased heart rate and heightened awareness. However, prolonged exposure to these hormones due to excessive stress can negatively impact our health, making it difficult to sleep, causing muscle tension and affecting our immune system. Humor, which is generally enjoyable, can become inappropriate in certain situations. Jokes about sensitive topics like death or tragedy can be offensive and hurtful. Small amounts of certain substances can be beneficial, while larger amounts can be harmful. For instance, water is essential for life, but drinking too much of it can dilute the sodium in our bodies, leading to a condition called hyponatremia, which can cause confusion, seizures, and even death. This illustrates that everything in life must be consumed in moderation. Not even oxygen, which we all need to breathe, is safe when consumed in excess. Inhaling high concentrations of oxygen can damage the lungs and lead to respiratory distress. Different vitamins serve different purposes. For instance, vitamin D helps maintain bone health, while vitamin C boosts the immune system. Minerals, on the other hand, are inorganic substances that can be beneficial or harmful to the body depending on the amount present. Calcium, for example, is essential for strong bones, but too much of it can lead to kidney stones. It's important to remember that just because someone says something is true or false doesn't make it so. In fact, certain vitamins like vitamin A can be dangerous in large quantities. Excessive vitamin A consumption has been linked to birth defects and liver damage. Similarly, some minerals like lead and mercury are highly toxic. Lead poisoning can cause serious health problems, especially in children, while mercury can damage the nervous system. We all have our own beliefs and biases, and it's up to each of us to decide what we believe. In this context, let us discuss one statement often made by people who support natural living. Natural is safe. While it's generally true, there are exceptions. For example, arsenic and cyanide occur naturally, but they're poisonous. Cyanide, for instance, can kill you if ingested in small amounts. In fact, some people even use cyanide to commit suicide. However, when used correctly, arsenic can actually help treat certain medical conditions. For instance, it's effective against hairy cell leukemia. This means that simply because something is natural does not necessarily make it safe. Arsenic and cyanide are examples of toxic substances that can harm humans, but there are other natural substances like vitamins and minerals that can benefit us. While both vitamins and minerals are natural, they're not considered safe simply because they occur naturally. So, if neither natural nor synthetic products can be labeled as 100% safe, then what should we do? The answer lies in moderation. In reality, most things can become toxic if consumed excessively. As mentioned earlier, arsenic is poisonous, but in small doses, it can be used to treat diseases like hairy cell leukemia. The point we're trying to make is that everything in life should be consumed in moderation. Another reason why people prefer natural products is that they believe that natural foods taste better. But studies have shown that this may not always be true. Many individuals, especially younger generations, are drawn to natural products because they believe that synthetic products are unhealthy. The belief that natural is always better may be driven by a lack of understanding of how synthetic products are made. While natural products are often perceived as healthier, this isn't always true. In conclusion, the idea that natural is safe is not entirely accurate. Think about someone who's desperately in love. They may spend all their time thinking about their partner and neglect their friends and family. We can learn something similar from the world of fitness. Some people take their desire to become fit and muscular to an extreme. If you want to succeed in life, it's important to remember that everything should be done in moderation.